Hello, hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nuttall20, and I'm sat alongside the one and only, the plague-free currently, Yorkshire Tea.
Good evening, everybody.
It seems odd that you recovered from your plague at the time that it spread among everybody else.
Well, what can I say? I mean, unless I was literally patient zero slash minus one. Like I said, I've had this since
Yeah, I know.
pretty much mid-January. I had that cough since mid-January. So
We've had recordings of this. We all know it's so it's fine. But yes, the quarantine in the UK is now significantly more restrictive than it was yesterday.
yes, there are talks of actually preventing people from going outside onto the streets. They're talking about getting the police and the army to monitor people going out and making sure that they don't move around, which is an interesting prospect since we have all of about you know 10 policemen for the entire country.
That's
I
probably
jest.
fair.
Like, I mean, what are they going to do? Have them all in London and then have one policeman per county?
One policeman per village.
Two coppers for the entirety of Wales. It's
Well,
it's a good thing that we have video games to keep us occupied.
exactly. And well, before we go into this mad quarantine, not mad, it's a completely reasonable measure to be taking, but also mad that it's even happening to begin with. We have the final episode of Let's Play Super Metroid Blind, which is the world record speedrun for Super Metroid.
Oh boy.
And yeah, this is a fairly ridiculous thing as things go, because he does it in like 40 minutes or something.
So is this a 100%?
No, so it's any percent world record.
Okay.
I decided to go for literally the fastest thing that could go on. It's by a guy called Behemoth87 from the UK, actually. So all credit to that guy for doing this, and I hope he doesn't mind us taking his run and commentating on it, because we're not monetized. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares that we do anything.
Exactly.
And most importantly, be entertaining for the few people who do care. So shall we get started?
Let's.
All right, let's fire off this run. I'm loving the Arnie thing, by the way.
Spaceship.
Okay, so this seems like fairly standard, except much faster than the way I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of optimization going on. Even just like little things that change the momentum, like stopping just before a door so that because it takes longer to get through the door if you bump into the door, letting the animation play.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then and then moving again. See,
Oh yeah, getting hit by Ridley on purpose to get the fight done.
when
faster.
you get down to I think it's about below 29 health, that's when it triggers the self-destruct.
Ah, okay.
Now you'll also notice that he's consistently diagonally aiming up
Yeah.
and cancelling.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes, so I believe that is. I mean, unless terminology's changed in many years since I tried doing this, I believe it used to be called arm pumping, and that it's an incredibly subtle way of gaining. Well, it's not even speed. What it does is it moves Samus's sprite forward by about 1 or 2 pixels, and this is enough. No, I kid you not. This is enough for you to skip certain bosses.
Wow. Okay.
We shall see.
I thought it was like the slide in the Castlevania Symphony of the Night runs, right? Where you put up your shield and then slide backwards. You keep on doing that to gain tons of momentum.
No, you can do that.
I thought it was like that in terms of it's a small speed increase in like a single run, but across an entire run it's huge.
Yeah. I mean, that's
That's the gist,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So here we are on lovely Crateria.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, just lots and lots of small things. No, why he turns around and shoots that, I'm not entirely sure why, but Down.
Did he just skip a boss?
No?
Oh no, okay, fine. You can't get there yet, can you?
No.
I remember. I remember. Now let's see
And
how
he
long...
disappears as well! Oh, great.
Oh, amazing. Look at that.
I love this.
So this isn't a bug with my recording. This is a bug with that recording in general.
And it's all recordings of all emulators. God. How is he going to get out of this tricky spot now? How is he going to get out?
Oh, it took
the
me
puzzle that oh my goodness me! Look at that.
I did think he might wall jump out, and I would be very happy about it. But
unfortunately, we can't all style as much as you.
And then get myself stuck again.
Also, yeah, you'll see he's turning around literally before he grabs the thing.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
He's using like the kind of skid animation that Samus has. Not even a skid, it's just,
Speed running in Zero Mission and Fusion is made much easier by the fact that the doors almost open almost instantaneously.
Ah, okay.
You know, you don't have any like if you're speed boosting down that long corridor, for instance, which we'll get to in a second.
Yep.
As soon as it comes onto the screen, you can shoot it and it will open and you can speed through in Fusion and Zero Mission. Obviously, with Super Metroid, there's much more of a delay. Actually, you could probably level that. You could probably level the same criticism about Super Metroid to most of its gameplay mechanics. Fusion and Zero Mission are like Super Metroid, except they're less floaty and everything's just a bit quicker. And it makes it very satisfying to play. Neither of them are particularly what I would say difficult games, quite frankly, unless you're trying to go for a low percent run. But they are very satisfying to play.
Well, I will definitely try and check them out, or we might even LP them if there is.
Okay, now will he do it? 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 Oh no. Okay. Interesting.
I remember comments telling me that you could skip this boss.
Yes, you can if you use the arm pumping technique. It's possible to grab it. It's possible to grab the power up and use arm pumping to exit the room before the door closes.
That's interesting.
But why he's done that? That's interesting. I'm not sure why he's gone for that. Because there's another world record which is literally tied down to the microsecond.
Jesus Christ.
Tied with this, there must be a very specific reason why.
Yeah, they must do it for a very, very important reason.
Why? I don't know. Open the door to be able to speed through so you don't have to stop. Must require hitting door on literally the frame before firing a missile several frames before the door even appears on screen, so that it it opens as quickly as possible. Do you know what I mean? Like he's firing it so that by the time the door appears on the screen, the bullet has already reached the door. So just a little over 6 minutes, and he's already in Brinstar.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. It took me 20 minutes to get out of one room. Oh, we will. We'll play another... Ooh, hello.
So that is a technique known as mockballing.
Okay.
It allows you to preserve the running speed of running.
Yep.
As in when you've got the X button held down. Held down. But whilst morphball in morphball mode.
I see.
And
that's pretty cool.
you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with this, like getting super missiles way too early, which means Batman can do all this.
It's coming after you. It's coming after you. Oh,
I assume means he's not going to have to bother fighting Spore Spawn. I believe, though, with mockballing, if you change directions, I think the speed boost only applies as long as you're going in the same direction and you've got it held down. Charge beam.
Yeah, that'll make it easier to kill bosses, I imagine. So it's probably worth.
I mean, feasibly beat somebody like Ridley. So fun fact, there is actually a class of, I mean, there are whole classes of speedrunning challenges for speedrun challenges for Super
Okay.
Metroid, including the reverse boss run. So where you have to fight the bosses in reverse order.
I see. Oh, they were mentioning this in the thread, and they suggested that that be the one that we look at. But
It's, I mean, it is some truly incredible stuff.
I can promise I will look at these now that I've played the game once. But
Yeah, it is possible, but you've got to be so quick up and jumping. Yes. Also, the knockback does actually hit you. You know, as I do believe when I can't remember when we finished Symphony of the Night. Did we ever have a look at any of the videos which showed you, for instance, how Alucard can keep all of his gear? You know that.
We never looked at it as part of the thread, but I definitely looked at it afterwards.
Yeah.
So I went and looked up Symphony of the Night speedruns after I was done playing, and so I definitely know about it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, damn plants, you suck. Avoiding the troll room, good job.
How you didn't?
It's the troll room, man.
How you didn't manage to work that out?
He's completed the first circuit.
Could have possibly saved a frame or two there. Okie dokie.
What? What?
No, that is possible. It just requires just being very. Like, I mean, that's literally frame perfect because you've got to preserve your momentum enough to jump onto the missile pillar, and then as soon as you've collected the missile, to jump.
I see.
So so you always because you're never going to be able to get a run up in that room.
Okay, so he does have to fight this one then.
You've got to fight all the bosses. There's
Okay,
no
fine.
way, barring the use of some insane glitches, for example, the space-time beam, to get to Turian without beating all the bosses first.
Okay.
I did briefly consider showing that some of the videos about stuff like the space-time beam, the murder beam, but I thought it would make absolutely no sense to him in the context of what we've done. So he'd just be confused more than anything.
Hey, hold on.
Also, they're not really accurate.
He's not disappearing. I don't understand.
No, he's just being very, very.
But like when I hit him, he disappeared and then did the Hellzone attack. Top where he fires out things.
Seems to remain tangible for a slightly longer than.
I think this isn't fair. He cheated.
Nah, it's just.
It's fine.
Speed running is all about knowing your frames, knowing your exact frames, becoming as close to a TAS as as humanly possible.
I do like speedrunning as conceptually. It's something I never really do aside from Sonic, where it feels like the game was built with this and that entirely in mind.
I like speedrunning when such a large part of it is about the.
What he just went? We went.
Yeah,
through...
he just went to the. Okay, that's interesting.
I see. Okay.
I like speedrunning for the. This does sound really some wanky, but I like it for the intellectual part. I love the puzzle solving aspect of it.
Yeah, of course.
When actually so much of speedrunning, isn't actually just doing the same thing over and over again. It's about people going, examining the game mechanics, examining, say, the angles of a jump. Say looking at frame by frame. Where does the hitbox begin? Where does the hitbox end? All that kind of stuff. At what point is the collision data considered to be in effect? You can always just imagine people sitting around in conference rooms, academic conferences, being
Oh,
like,
7
how do we do
health!
this? Yep, yeah, a lot of this is possible. You've just got to know exact. You can leave yourself no room, absolutely no room for these kinds of mechanics.
Go, 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 go.
Why is this Chozo statue inside the ship?
There's so much weird stuff in this game which is never explained.
Yeah. Is the gravity suit in this ship? If it is indeed the same ship from,
Beginning of the game.
well, no, the ship from, Zero Mission. You know what I'm talking about. People in the thread.
But I
Not you.
thought Zero Mission was after this game. Okay.
So Zero Mission is a remake of the first game. That's not a
Okay,
spoiler.
fine.
That it's just this. That's just that's build. So he's beaten Fantoon. He's got the gravity suits, super missiles, and power bombs, and a charge beam.
Doesn't have the grapple beam, but I don't think he needs it.
Nobody. You don't. Ugh, jeez. Next, he'll be telling me he's skipped the X-ray beam. For shame.
I don't know, maybe. Oh, actually, there might be some hilarious glitch to do with the X-ray beam doing something.
Okay. So the X-ray beam is required to pull off the space-time beam.
Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. Was it the murder beam? No, I think it's the murder beam. It's the X-ray beam is required for. But otherwise, who cares?
It must be nerve-wracking being at 17 health this entire time.
Huh? I didn't know that floor was bombable.
But I guess because he's got the gravity suit right now, he just doesn't take very much damage from
Exactly.
it anymore. Oh, he's actually getting the spacer beam.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that actually increase your damage, or is it just...
I
Spread.
believe it increases your damage, but in the sense that you're firing 3 beams, so it's just 3 times.
Ah, okay, fine.
So it's not actually spreading it out.
Successfully avoiding the worst enemies in the game.
I'm genuinely curious if this game, if any of the mechanics in this game or any of the level layouts was built specifically with speedrunning in mind, because speedrunning really became a thing probably, after this game was made.
Well, I mean, so...
People, I think probably, I think speedrunning was probably made because of flaws, or at least exploits in the level design and sort of oversights, exploitable mechanics.
Well, so I think it was probably encouraged, right? Because according to the thread, the ending is determined not by your completion percentage, but by the speed at which you get
Is
through.
it right? Is it entirely?
Yeah, apparently entirely determined by the speed at which you get
It's
through
just
the game.
so it's just the speed.
So
never knew
presumably that they wanted to encourage people to go
Yeah.
through this quickly, right? And then that just kind of led to what it led to, you know?
Look at this guy. And
What?
he even bombed the thing.
He didn't take damage. Okay,
No, he did.
okay, fine.
But
He did.
he took 5 damage.
I thought that would have knocked him out of the jump, but apparently not. He must not have been in the jump or something. I don't really understand.
So without if
Yeah, he without the glitch on the morph ball, he wouldn't be able to do that,
yeah,
right?
you need the speed boots. I'm pretty sure mock balling is actually slightly fast. Actually, it must be.
Yeah.
Very slightly faster than actual running. 'Cause otherwise,
Well, I mean, it might be the same speed, except because you're a morph ball, things lower down. You
actually, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Ah. I have brains sometimes.
Nah, one step ahead of me for once.
Go, 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 go.
But I mean, just for references, I mean, it is possible to beat this game. I was watching a glitchy speedrun earlier on where the guy managed to beat it in 7 minutes.
Wow.
But that's through using what is arbitrary code execution.
I see.
So it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I like those setups. They're hilarious, but The one that gets Ocarina done inside like 10 minutes at this point, which is hilarious.
Oh, yes. Moment in the Deku Tree. The next minute, Ganon's castle is falling down. Or
No, it's not even the Deku Tree anymore, right?
Really?
Yeah, there's an even faster
They've
one
managed
now.
to do it without beating Goma.
Yeah, you can do it without beating Goma now. They figured out a way to run
Goodness.
arbitrary code execution inside Kokiri Forest.
Oh my lord. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it takes 10 minutes instead of like the 13 it took before or something
God.
ridiculous. Which is amazing to me.
I think my favourite, just from a purely, conceptual standpoint of like, hey, check this guy, check this out, people.
Oh, they got
is,
the speed booster in the end, okay.
Yeah.
I wondered whether they were going to get it because I was like, well, if they can mockball their way through this.
Nah, I think mock bowling isn't. It's fast enough for some of the stuff you've got to do. Also, I think bearing in mind, there's. Oh, actually, no. I'll tell you why they. I'll tell you why they need this speed boost. They need it for in addition to probably some of the. Even if there were a way to get around all the speed booster blocks, they still need it for Dragon. Wait. And you shall see
What?
why. You shall see why.
Okay.
You shall see why. No, my favourite is the Super Mario World arbitrary code execution, where they programmed a little mini game inside it during I think it was SGDQ. It was.
That's awesome.
Or was it SGDQ? Sorry. Why did he skip that missile? Why is he skipping the missiles? Why is he skipping the missiles?
I assume because like the time it takes to get the missile slows you down.
Does this mean that he's got? But he can't have the maximum number of.
I presume he's got as many missiles as he wants to be able to beat the game.
That's ridiculous. How's he going to beat Ridley? Unless there's like
What?
Yeah. So it looks like this room is always flooded with lava if you come at it from that direction. Because you're obviously you're meant to go it from the other direction.
Ah, okay.
Stand there at the other end, or was it just because he? Oh, it's to get the speed boost. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's sick. Oh my god, that's amazing. What the hell?
There's a lot you can do with shine sparking. There's a lot you can do. Okay, so this isn't quite a reverse boss run, but
He's going to Ridley for a second.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
Oh!
It's so cool.
Oh, okay, I take it back. I quite like that technique now. Oh, and he's employing the Nat 20 strat, clearly. Because I came up with this first. I came up with it on my first run through the game, god damn it.
It'll work. Is it?
It was a great level. I'm a big fan of that in Super Mario 64. Actually, I wasn't when I was a kid because I couldn't figure out how wall kicks worked.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird going back to Mario 64 and remembering. Oh wait a minute! You don't just slide down the wall.
Yeah, that's
you've
true.
actually got to more mechanically demanding than us. These easy Mario games.
I know, but I also like went back to it. I'm just like, this is much easier than I remember it being.
Oh well, yeah. Oh, I still remember having to get my dad to help me beat King Bob-omb on Christmas 1996.
So I didn't do that with my dad, but my dad did beat the first fortress in Super Mario World for me. What?
What?
What just happened?
Oh, it's because of the aftershocks. So when Samus collides using a shine spark, she sends out after echoes that damage.
Wow. Okay.
Enemies.
Pretty incredible.
There's a lot of stuff in this game that admittedly you haven't actually even seen. Like you didn't discover what the crystal flash was, for instance.
What?
Crystal Flash.
I see.
Okay, right. Okay, this is. Okay.
Was Ridley without the plasma beam and with a relatively limited supply of missiles and super missiles.
What the? What?
Oh, he's glitched! He got him!
Hey, what?
You friggin' Galamoth, Ridley.
Ah.
To Galamoth, by the way, is to kill a boss by glitching it in a single spot and then beating it to death.
I can't. I'm genuinely furious to see you beat Galamoth that way. Because I've never managed to beat him legitimately without the barrel circlet.
Well, there you go. I'm really good at video games.
It almost makes me happy that you're going to be confined 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
You
so
have to get grabbed.
grabbed by him.
So he turned off what? The ice and wave beams? He's still got spacer on outside.
Yeah.
We'll need to...
Oh no, he's got no. To turn off the ice and spacer, so he's still got the wave beam.
I see.
Why? Actually, yeah, we because we got the space before the wave beam, you didn't see how it's got this nice little effect.
What, the same effect that it's got in Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty great effect. I really want to play me some Metroid Prime now. Might do that actually.
Well, we've got all the time in the world now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, fun fact. Also in Zero Mission, I don't believe you can do it in Fusion, but definitely in Zero Mission, you can Shine Spark whilst in Morph Ball mode.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is really, really, really cool. So there are some places in the game where you'll see two little, one unit height speed boost blocks, and you're like, how the heck am I going to get this? Because you've got a Morph Ball.
Ah, I see.
It's really, really cool. None of it's required to actually beat the game though.
Yeah, but it's still cool, right?
Oh yeah. No. It's purely there for people who I think by the time they made Zero Mission, they really realised so most of the secrets, most of the after the end game of Fusion and Zero Mission both have loads of secret rooms that are almost entirely really tricky wall jumping and speed boost challenges because they know it's
It's what people are there for.
See, playing this again does make me feel really bad for not playing Samus. Metroid 2 remake. I mean, having played the PC one, I'm bothered about playing the official remake.
I was relatively ambivalent because it came out on the DS and not on the Switch, so I was a bit I don't really care for this because it's out on the 3DS, which I don't have one of anymore.
What?
Oh, I gave it to our resident artist. So she holds on to it now. Not as if I was using it, to be fair, because I had my Switch and I was like, well, 2 Switches now.
Yeah, I was mean to ask. I mean, what's the Switch like for?
So I can take it on the train more easily. I don't so I'm okay with the Switch getting damaged on the train, if it's in my bag or something, it's not a big deal. Whereas
do you not have a case for the Switch?
I've got a case, but it's quite big. And so I don't want to be lugging that around if I can avoid doing it.
Trust Nat to optimize every aspect of his life if he can, including, the number of grams in his bag.
It's a heavy bag, otherwise. Alright, it's Craig time. Craig. Was he dead?
Oh yeah, because, he super abused super missiles.
Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Oh, he's got the Varia suit now, guys.
Okay, I'm slightly confused. Why do you need the Varia suit if you've already? Because I'm pretty sure the gravity suit. So the gravity suit is obviously protecting him from heat.
Yep. I don't know what else the Varia suit does, to be fair.
Yeah. Unless there's some kind of cumulative damage reduction, maybe?
There probably is, actually. That makes sense.
It occurs to me, actually, playing through... Yeah, well, I was saying, playing through this. You play through it and then watching speedruns like this. There's a lot of them with mechanics. I'm not entirely sure how it actually works. Like, I know broadly what it does, but I have no idea, like, of the actual specifics.
I don't think anybody can really blame you for that, given how ridiculous this seems.
Well, yeah.
This is pretty incredible, to be honest. Oh.
We've got just under about 13 minutes to go. He's still got... oh, actually, no, he's me. What am I saying? He's been 3 bosses.
He's been 3 bosses.
He's just got to go and then...
Oh, what the hell was that?
Perfect. Perfect diagonal angle. Loving that angle.
Oh my god. What? That's ridiculous. Well, that's another nat 20 technique right there.
Definitely the Dan Hibiki start method of platform.
The Sakio style of
Screw
Metroidvanias.
it. We'll do it for style points. Poor old bot 3.
Mr. Vile, like, he was a good boss.
He didn't even bother to collect all the health. That's how little we hold him in regard.
He needed to have more gamblers.
Having said that,
Like, actually had to get some missiles. Poor optimization on the RNG there, clearly.
how has he managed to keep the how he managed to keep the shine spark all the way up the roll? That must have been like literal perfect. Okie dokie! Right, it's time to see some funky stuff. Oh, having said that, he hasn't got the... is he going to... Oh, of course he can. Yeah, what am I saying? You can charge up a speed boost in this room. Even though it may not look like it.
I see, okay.
Oh, actually, and of course we never...
What on earth is going on?
So... Yeah.
What? What just happened?
He speed boosted straight through, Dragon's, belly.
And that just kills it.
Pretty much.
Wow, okay.
So it is possible. So you know that technique I was telling you about,
Yeah, I remember the fast, the one that lets you get speed boosted faster.
yeah. Looks like that is indeed possible in that room.
Wow.
Without so normally it's possible to do something to get something called the blue suit, which is basically it's I'm not entirely sure why that didn't happen. Maybe it's because he didn't kill Dragon with it. He only didn't just. I think he did actually. No, he did kill Dragon with a speed boost.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So it's one speed boost, then some missiles, and another speed boost. Okay. Well, it is possible somehow, anyway, to by killing Dragon with a speed boost, to land in a state of being permanently speed boosted. So you know how
I see.
Basically, you've got a shine spark that you can activate at any time.
Wow. Okay, that seems pretty broken.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously it's pretty situational because you know it's only good for one use.
Yeah.
I think, but it does mean that you can do some pretty crazy stuff.
Oh, he's using the secret actor.
Yeah. See, it is. It was useful in the end. Actually, this exit does seem like it was almost designed for people who sort of somehow managed to do Ridley third.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Wow, okay.
Okay, right. I need to give this game more credit. I need to give them more credit for the speedrunner, you know, for the speedrunning in mind. Have you seen the proper way to beat Dragon, as in like the proper easy way?
It's like where you grapple beam onto one of the electric thingies,
Yes.
right? And then it kills him.
Yeah. Yeah, as in literally you just hold it down, and because obviously you're conducting light electricity,
Yeah.
he just fries.
I see. Okay, well, I've not seen it. I just heard the thread mention it, so I was like, okay, that's probably how.
I mean, you can beat him normally, like you
Actually,
did.
not the thread. I think it was a YouTube comment that did it. So thank you, YouTube comment, for saying that after I was told. Let him go.
Good old arm pumping there.
I love the arm pumping, actually. I think it's pretty cool.
I remember seeing a screenshot of this in yeah, it must have been a Japanese video game magazine, and thinking that this thing was an actual boss.
Oh, really?
Well, because I thought
Yeah, it does look like
it's like a sort of a great big sort of fat dude with some really really weird head, but like multiple heads on his back even and on his side.
It's just Kafka. It's just the tower, you know?
Kefka's let himself go.
Oh, God. I remember my challenge run of that game. And finding myself in a situation where I had no means of dealing non-elemental damage on the tower.
Where it came to a
Well, I couldn't beat...
grinding halt.
I could not beat the third phase of the tower because it's immune to all elemental damage. And you can't set weaknesses, so there's no way of doing it. And I was like, well, okay, great.
I don't have throw.
No, but I didn't have Shadow inside the lineup I had at the time, right?
Right. Oh, what, and was it like a die then?
Yeah, well, it was, if I died, my party would be replaced by a bunch of other people, and then I would die to God Kefka, because I had, the challenge run was, I equipped the Charm Bangle as quickly as I could, and then equipped the Moogle Charm as soon as I got it, so I had no
XP.
No experience on any of my characters. It was great. Managed it eventually, though. And now chilling out and watching a Metroid eat things.
I wonder.
Metroid, how did you get so fat? No. Out the way. Stop it. No.
See? Thought it was possible.
That's pretty amazing, actually. It's like the sun from Super Mario, except gigantic.
I mean, really, a lot of speedrunning in Super Metroid is more just about just knowing exactly...
Wait, what? He just... What?
Okay, right. I think it's because he's doing it so fast, the game doesn't have time to load the objects. Which is very impressive. Also, can you see, like, for some reason, like, it's just not loading any of the...
the thingies that fire off, yeah.
Rios, I think they're called. Rinkers.
Evil rings.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's out of missiles and super missiles. He's only got power bombs left. By Mother Brain.
But no, this game doesn't have quite as many sort of like crazy techniques as you might think it would for speedrun. It's more just, I think really it's more about very good route optimization and making sure all your movements waste absolutely no space.
Yeah. But I can appreciate it, certainly. It's awesome.
I think something like Symphony of the Night is much...
it's flashier in terms of...
Yes, but also, I mean, like, there's a lot more stuff that you can exploit.
Yeah.
Like, just weaknesses in the game's code. It's most of the collision detection. Having said that, I mean, Castlevania games are notorious for that. I mean, I'm imagining it's probably something to do with the overall complexity of the level design in the rooms. Whereas Metroid games tend to be extremely solidly built. Not aware of any such, any real crazy stuff like, like Blue Suit or the Murder Beam or the Space-Time Beam. Or even mothballing or anything like that for Zero Mission or Fusion, actually.
And he's killed Mother Brain.
Yeah.
He's dead. I mean, he's got,
I mean, Mother Brain really is not that difficult. I mean,
yeah, I know, right?
I mean, you can easily beat her with, without any missiles and just the charge beam. Could you do it without the charge beam? I'm not sure you could.
Well, can you imagine a player just that gets through the entire game and accidentally has no charge beam? First time they run through, just never find it. Just completely by accident beat the entire game like that.
Actually, no, you must be... Ooh, actually...
You must be able to. So
yeah, you must be able to.
Optional.
Yeah, because it's... Yeah, so... God almighty. Yeah, actually, yeah, because... Even if it was necessary, you can't get... Obviously, once you've dropped into the Metroid... Once you've dropped into the Metroid room... You can't get back out again.
Metroid, you already healed Samus. Leave. Oh, okay.
Something's wrong here. She should have more health. This was a mistake. I'm trying to get away. Out of my way, Mother. Ah!
No. The baby.
Baby.
Oh, the rat. What a game.
That's how you style a Mother Brain.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I feel like Phazon was a better enemy than Mother Brain was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would say that storyline in Metroid 2 and Super Metroid was particularly great. I mean, nothing's cooler than a friggin' living planet.
Yeah, I know, right? Phase is awesome.
What the heck? Oh, so there is actually so that's actually a speedrun block there. So you could that isn't a glitch. That's just
explicitly designed that way.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
No wasted movement. Beautiful dance.
It is like I can just appreciate how wonderfully they're moving through this game. Oh, so smart.
Okay, I genuinely don't know how. Oh, and if you saw there's a little passageway to the right there. Oh, but what's he gonna do? Will he make the choice?
Animals, right?
What?
He's got to leave the animals. It's slower.
No.
Well, I mean, obviously yes,
No.
but like it's a massive detour.
No.
Oh, look at that! Finishes on 0 of everything as well. No wasted power-ups. That is absolutely incredible. And we've got some commentary from the man himself. I might mute that. Oh my god, alright.
But he didn't say the animals.
Yeah, but like, he beat the game in 41 minutes. Less than 41 minutes, which is beyond ludicrous.
But at what cost, Nat? The operation was completed partly successfully.
Their time at 27 minutes, according to the game.
Partly? That's not a word. So,
I am tremendously impressed. That was absolutely incredible in basically every possible way. And yeah, like, there weren't any beyond ludicrous bugs, right?
no, there's no massive exploits.
There's no Mega Man Star. I'm just going to warp to the other side of the game now and enjoy.
Which I think is probably actually testament to actually how tightly and well designed this game is.
Yeah, I think so.
There
as well.
really is not that We'll be muting this.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely mute it, but
We'll be muting what you can't actually even hear in the background. No, I think the fact that there are as many exploits in this game as there are, I think, the fact that they're so well hidden is
like it is tremendous, and yeah, I really like it, and I'm really glad it's like this really great speedrunning game as well. That said, I stand by all my comments from last time in terms of my review of the game, because like Sonic Unleashed is one of the best speedrun games of all time, but then that game is utter garbage to play normally. Being a good speedrunning game does not make you a good game, it just makes you a good speedrunning game. It's a different thing.
That's true.
But it's still pretty incredible to watch this.
But then again, a lot of games become like, there'll be that moment when the game suddenly clicks, when you suddenly realise, understand all its mechanics.
Yeah, that's
You become one with the mechanics, and the mechanics almost become an extension of your body. And you can get to the game to do almost whatever you want.
And when you get that, it's just perfect to play all the time.
That's that's the feeling I get from playing. That's the last time I'll bang on about that.
Have I ever got to that point in the game? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever got to the point where I'm satisfied with the way that I play a game. The closest is Sonic Generations, I think, that I'm closest to being happy with the play way.
I wouldn't say I've ever been perfect at a game, but I'm very, 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 very happy in the way that I play certain horror games like The Evil Within.
Yeah,
or, I can do them so well.
There is footage actually. So this
90
is
Samus.
There is a question to the thread, actually, an open question to ask, which is that there is about 3 hours of footage of me playing Resident Evil 2.
Remake?
Yep. There's 3 hours of footage of me doing it, and then I got quite depressed playing the game, so I stopped playing.
Oh, dearie me.
I don't, it's not that I don't get...
19%, oh, goodness me.
I don't actually get scared or anything like that, it's just I get tired of the atmosphere. It's not an atmosphere I enjoy, so...
So what, the overall... Okay.
It's never that
the overall sense of doom and despair and destruction just became just too much for you?
Yeah, basically. I don't like it.
Okay, so at what point did you give up?
So I got to the car park, and I went through the car park, and I went past the liquors in the car park, and I got some things, and I came back to the car park.
So you didn't get past the car park?
No. I spent 3 hours playing the game.
Did you even get to meet, Mr. X?
No.
Goodness gracious.
In any case, if people want me to put that up as 3 hours of footage of me playing a game, I will. But aside from that, we're going to put up a vote.
It's very good that actually I won't be able to see you for the next, 8 months. Because, otherwise I would have insisted that we leap straight back into that and I force you to play it through your endless waterfall of tears.
We can certainly put that up as an option. We're continuing that LP, which doesn't actually exist in LP form yet, but could. Or we have the potential of Trials of Mana. We have the potential of Bioshock, which I think that actually would be quite cool for you to play. And all of these are things that hopefully you guys can vote on. And when we're out of quarantine, or whenever that the coronavirus situation changes, we will come back at you with that. And so thank you very much, everybody, for watching along with this series, watching this final bonus episode. And thank you very much for basically everything.
Yeah.
And by the end of this LP, by the way, we have 300 subscribers now.
Oh, that's nice. That's
which
impressive.
Is very nice.
Oh, I get a nice, warm, tingly glow in my heart, knowing that we are bringing so much entertainment to...
Yep.
I say this as somebody who doesn't watch other people play video games that much at all.
But I'm glad that at least enough people find us entertaining. So thank you very much, everybody.
Now go wash your hands.
Go wash your hands, and we will catch you all with the next LP.
Which feels like a cool, catchy thing, like Zack Ryder's, take care, spike your hair, Something. Wash your hand.
No, T.
Understand.
I tried to
This LP is over. We'll edit that out in post-production.